I was actually flung into the air, did a somersault, and landed on my left side. They got to me, they pulled me down, they started triaging all my wounds and placing tourniquets on me. They brought me back to the States and they brought me to Walter Reed. After waking up from the surgery, my parents were there. I was at Walter Reed for about a month. I did all of my surgeries there, and then I opted to come out to San Diego, to Balboa, for all my physical therapy.
At the time, I was living in Charleston, so when I found out that he was in Walter Reed, I drove up that weekend to go see him in the hospital. So to see him in that state was just very shocking. It's very upsetting to see that, a great person and have such a traumatic injury.
At Balboa, they didn't waste any time putting me through PT. Did a lot of core strengthening exercises. From there, worked on getting fitted for my prosthetics. Started basically just walking again. We live on the first floor, but it has subterranean garage. As far as inside the apartment, there's certain places that I can't use, like the guest bathroom. It's just not big enough. I mean, my chair, I can fit it in there, but I can't close the door. Our range is right above the oven, and so I get as far as I can, as close to the stove as possible, but I'm still leaning over. And if I'm cooking something that's oily like bacon, it can splatter in the face, or I could dump it all over me. So it's not the safest thing, but yeah, the bath time process is actually kind of dangerous. I don't have any grab bars, and it's just a typical tub. So I roll my chair up to it, and it's about, I'd say, 1.5 feet. So I hop onto the little ledge, which is about probably that wide, and I basically lower myself in the tub.
Like, if it gets wet on the floor, then his chair is slippery and there isn't much space in the bathroom to maneuver for safety. Just dangerous and uncomfortable.
She'd like to help out, but at the same time, I'm trying to do as much as I can. And there's a little bit of friction there because she wants to help out and I don't want her to help out.
He's very independent, but in an apartment, being independent has its challenges, and to have a house which is already adapted to him, you won't have to worry about the stress that comes with wanting to be independent. All of that stress will be alleviated.
Having a home that is specifically adapted to my needs is huge. Right now, I have to adapt to my home instead of having the home adapted to me. Just coming from the front door, it's automatic. And so that's huge in itself, because if you're in a wheelchair, it makes it a little difficult if you're, working with keys and you're trying to fiddle with the handle and get through the door at the same time.
Just to be able to come straight from the car, roll straight through the front door, don't have any restrictions, that's a peace of mind.
The wood floors themselves is a huge difference. Wide hallways, I don't have to worry about scuffing up the walls or running into something. Having the roll-in shower is a huge difference. I just roll in with my chair, sit down, and then roll back out. The roll under sink, roll under stove, pretty much everything you roll under. And so that, gives me a huge amount of freedom back.
Having the home, I can kind of step back a little bit. It will make him a little bit happier too, to not have me, nagging or just always in his ear. Having the home built for me, it takes a lot of mental stress off myself. I do want to go back to school, and I want to complete my degree, and so I think that would be a huge help. And having a home that's built for me, for my needs, and that's, it's a gift. There's no words to describe how awesome that is. Homes for Our Troops, it just restores, independence. It gives these guys a sense of hope that people do care about us, people want to make our lives easier, and they give up so much for our country. It's the least that we can do to try to give something back. Homes for Our Troops is a stand-up, top-notch organization. I'm so incredibly happy that I could be a part of this program. To see everybody come together and unite and try to just make something for these men, it's just unbelievable.